What is going on, guys? We are back for episode number 4. Yeah, this is week 4 of our weekly top 5s, and this week we'll be covering the electric typing. So, quick disclaimer before we get going into this list. Of course, these lists, as all of them are 100% opinionated. You know, we don't base the Pokemon, we don't rank the Pokemon based off of stats or just based off of design. It's kind of a combination of things, kind of, you know, how I feel about it when I'm using it. Kind of, you know, maybe the lore behind it, you know, stuff like that, right? It's just kind of my personal top 5. And of course, if you have a top 5, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and in the comment section down below, let me know your top 5 list. Now, on my list, I go for primary and pure typings, and I don't include the list of the inclusion of legendary Pokemon because I intend to do a separate video for Legends. So, without further ado, let us hop into our number 5. Electric types. Alright guys, at number 5 we have Zebstrika, the Thunderbolt Pokemon. Now Zebstrika moves at lightning quick speeds, producing the sound of thunder as it gallops. Now, this is a Pokemon that I think is just super cool design, right? Like, take a zebra, change the stripes to look like electricity, like that's super cool. Unfortunately, this Pokemon is a bit of an asshole and is not very nice to trainers. So, something to note about this Pokemon, but, you know, it's not really great competitively or nothing. I just really like the design. It's a super cool Pokemon. You know, I kind of wish that, like, you know, like, I really do like horses and stuff, so, you know how cool it would be to have, like, an electric zebra chilling around? Like, that's so cool. And, like, I think it's a really cool concept, you know? You know, wild charge, you know, maybe it gets flame charge, you know, you get stomping tantrum. Like, that's such a cool moveset for a Pokemon. And I really like this Pokemon's design. I do like the theory behind it. You know, you kind of get like the, you know, horse Thor kind of deal, right, going on, right? But you know, for me, it just kind of falls in this list at number 5. But let's move on to number 4. Alright guys, at number 4, we actually have our first baby Pokemon of this series, and that is Elekid. Now, I actually prefer Elekid over both of its evolutions. Look at the little, like, plug-in port that it has on the top of its head. You're trying to tell me that that is not the best design of the 3? No. Absolutely not. We'll fight. It literally rolls around its arms like trying to store up electricity. It can't actually store anything, so it actually has to keep going place to place to keep getting electricity. But this thing is so adorable, so cute. It's obviously a physical attacker. It has access to all the elemental punches. You know, this Pokemon is just fun to use. I've actually played games where I've actually just kept an Elekid and didn't give a shit about having an Electabuzz. Didn't really give a shit about an an Electivire. Like, it was just like, nah, let me keep this Elekid and just put an Eevee on it. I'm good. I played a casual game of Pokemon, just chilling, because I didn't care. I was like, nah, like, I just like this Pokemon. And so, for me, it hits number 4 on this list. Obviously, I can't put it up there with, like, the upper echelon, competitively good Pokemon that I like their design as well, but you know, this Pokemon just had to be here. You know, he's little Thor, man. He's little Thor. But let's move on to number 3. Alright guys, at number 3, I think this one's a pretty obvious choice for most people. We have Luxray, the Gleam Eyes Pokemon. Now, Luxray is actually... I've always thought Luxray was a dark type, to be honest with you. I always treated it like a dark type. Just the black that it has on its fur, like, it just looks like it should be a dark type, but this Pokemon has the ability to see through walls. And obviously, it's actually used in the Kalos League by, what's his name? Homeboy. Oh my god, what's his name? Oh my god, it's gonna drive me nuts. Clement. Yeah, there you go. He's the ace of Clement. You know, this Pokemon never really got the love that it needed to in Generation 4, and so I think going back to Generation 6 and getting a lot of love was something that was really, really good. This Pokemon does have a bit of a dark side, but I think it's a Pokemon that's kind of used for good, right? So, obviously, you know, again, going back to the wolf cat theme, of me just liking Pokemon that, you know, realistically, is a pretty cool Pokemon. And I think we've also seen with, Pokemon Arceus that this Pokemon is just super cool in the overworld too. So, I've had nothing to good things with Luxray. Obviously has Intimidate, has Rivalry, Guts. Like it can do a lot of damage. It's mostly a physical attacker, and you know, for me, I tend to think of electric types as special attackers. Just kind of weird, like personal bias towards it, but you know, it's still a super cool Pokemon. It's one of the weird Pokemon as well, where its speed stat doesn't really match up with what I think it is. And so I've had trouble using this in the past, but it's still a pretty strong Pokemon, especially in game. But without further ado, let us move on to number 2. And at number 2, we have Alolan Raichu. Yeah, no, this is actually a variant form that we have today. Not just Raichu, we have Alolan Raichu. Now, this boy, he gets his abilities from eating pancakes, apparently. No, I mean, the fact that he can use his newfound psychic abilities from eating Alolan pancakes allow him to gain psychic abilities. He's able to control his tail to float and use as a surfboard, which is wild to me. And the fact that it's allowed to use, like, psychic abilities now just makes Raichu so much better. It still gets all the same moves as a regular Raichu does. But to me, like, this is, like, one of the most hilarious Pokemon in the game. Like, hands down. I love its design. You know, the surfboarding Raichu is such a cool design. You know what I mean? Like, who would have thought of that before Hawaiian region came out? Like, everyone would have thought Pikachu would have had a surfboard. You know, it's kind of a homage to the surfing Pikachu, right, from Pokemon Yellow. But honestly, that's such a cool little tribute to those original games. And obviously just giving it psychic powers, giving it a little bit more strength, and a little bit more versatility to its move pool. I just think this was so sick. It had no other choice. You know, the moment that they gave him pancakes, they said, no, this is pancake day forever. But yeah, love this Pokemon. Let's hop in right to number 1. And at number 1, we have Rotom. Now, Rotom is one of the unique Pokemon in this game that has the ability to change its typing based on the creature that it absorbs. Now, regular Rotom is technically a ghost type, but all of the times that it takes over one of the 5 machines that it can take over currently in the Pokemon world, its primary typing switches to electric. And I have Rotom Heat here because Rotom Heat is my favorite of the bunch. Rotom Heat, Rotom Wash, Rotom Mow, Rotom Fan, and Rotom Fridge are all super cool. And Fan as well. Honestly, I really like the microwave one. I think that's the most the oven one. I think that's the most versatile one that it has in terms of like real world applications and wanting to have a Rotom. It's a little prankster Pokemon. And it's just trying to have fun, right? Like, it's a laid back Pokemon trying to chill. Its regular form really isn't all that powerful, but you know, it takes over one of these machines and it's one of the most staple Pokemon competitively, right? Like, just the defensive stats it gets, the offensive versatility it has, like, it's just such a good Pokemon. And even though it's not really the fastest, it's a Pokemon that I've always really enjoyed using. And yeah, that kind of wraps up our top 5 here this week. But of course, as always, guys, if you enjoyed the list, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave your top 5 list down below. Next week, we'll be covering the fairy typing, so keep an eye out for that. And I'm gonna get out of here. So thanks everyone for watching. Click like if you liked the video, subscribe if you really liked it, and I will see you guys in the next one.